Dirty Harry, 1971, stands as one of the most iconic crime thrillers in Hollywood history. Its gripping story and unforgettable performances have cemented its place in film history. However, over the decades, many of the talented cast members who brought these characters to life have left us. As we revisit this timeless classic, we reflect on the real lives and careers of 28 actors from Dirty Harry who are no longer with us. Their contributions to film will forever be remembered, but the question remains: who are the surviving stars after 54 years? Clint Eastwood as Inspector Harry Callahan. Clint Eastwood was born on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California. At age 41, he took on the role of Inspector Harry Callahan in Dirty Harry, 1971. A tough, no-nonsense San Francisco cop known for the legendary line, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" and his controversial brand of justice when confronting the Scorpio killer. The role not only defined the rogue cop image in cinema, but also led to 4 sequels, turning Harry Callahan into a cultural icon. Beyond that, Eastwood made waves as the man with no name in Sergio Leone's spaghetti western trilogy and directed and starred in Unforgiven, 1992, which earned him 2 Oscars for Best Picture and Best Director. With a legendary career came a life full of personal battles. Eastwood was married to Maggie Johnson from 1953 to 1984, with whom he had 2 children, later marrying Dina Ruiz in 1996 before divorcing in 2014. He has a total of 8 children from various relationships. Today, at 95, he remains active in the industry, focusing on directing and producing, proving that his passion still burns bright. John Mitchum as Inspector Frank Deorgio. John Mitchum was born on September 6, 1919, in Bridgeport, Connecticut. At 52, he portrayed Inspector Frank Deorgio in Dirty Harry, 1971, a dependable colleague of Harry Callahan who supported him in tracking down the Scorpio killer with the steady hand of a seasoned cop. He reprised the role in Magnum Force, 1973, and The Enforcer, 1976, creating a thread of continuity throughout the series. Mitchum, the younger brother of Hollywood legend Robert Mitchum, also stood out in westerns like The Way West, 1967, and appeared in over 100 supporting roles during his career. Alongside a steady career, his personal life was equally stable. He married Nancy Monroe in 1952 and remained with her until his death, raising 3 children together. Despite always living in his brother's shadow, Mitchum led a humble life. He suffered serious health issues later on, experiencing 3 strokes, and passed away on November 29, 2001, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 82. Deborah Lee Scott as Anne Mary Deacon. Deborah Lee Scott was born on April 2, 1953, in Elizabeth, New Jersey. At just 18 years old, she played Anne Mary Deacon in Dirty Harry, 1971, a young woman kidnapped, assaulted, and buried alive by the Scorpio killer. The haunting scene of her body being pulled from a storm drain at dawn underscored the villain's brutality and pushed Harry Callahan to his moral limits. Scott later lit up the screen as Kathy Shumway and Mary Hartman, 1976 to 1977, Rosalie, Hotsy Totsy in Welcome Back, Cotter, 1975, and Mrs. Fackler in Police Academy, 1984. Bringing humor and energy to her sisterly, quirky characters. Her career spanned over 3 decades, with numerous roles in both film and television, and she became a familiar face on game shows like Match Game. Despite her success, her personal life took a tragic turn. Scott was engaged to police officer John Dennis Levi, who died in the 9/11 attacks. His death sent her into a spiral of depression and alcoholism, leading to liver disease. She passed away on April 5, 2005, in Fernandina Beach, Florida, at the age of 52, after falling into a coma and dying in her sleep shortly after eye surgery. Andrew Robinson as Scorpio killer. Andrew Robinson was born on February 14, 1942, in New York City, New York. At 29, he took on the role of the Scorpio killer in Dirty Harry, 1971. A deeply disturbed serial murderer and the main antagonist to Harry Callahan. His chilling performance left a lasting impression and brought him wide recognition. Robinson later captivated audiences as Garak in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, 1993 to 1999, showcasing his range from villains to complex, layered characters. Outside of his acclaimed career, Robinson has been married to Irene Robinson since the 1960s, and they have a daughter named Rachel. He has kept a low profile, steering clear of Hollywood drama. Now 83, he has retired from acting but still engages with fans at events and continues writing. Renie Santoni as Inspector Chico Gonzalez. Renie Santoni was born on April 21, 1938, in New York City, New York. At age 33, he played Inspector Chico Gonzalez in Dirty Harry, 1971, a rookie cop who initially questions Harry Callahan's hard-nosed methods, but gradually comes to understand them as they take on the Scorpio killer together. He was also beloved for his role as Poppy in Seinfeld, 1994 to 1998, and appeared in Cobra, 1886, alongside Sylvester Stallone, showcasing his versatility in both comedy and action. Santoni's career spanned over 50 years, with dozens of notable roles. In his personal life, he was married to Lisa James and had a son named Carlos. Toward the end of his life, he battled cancer and passed away on August 1, 2020, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 82. Harry Guardino as Lieutenant Al Breler. Harry Guardino was born on December 23, 1925, in Brooklyn, New York. At age 46, he portrayed Lieutenant Al Breler in Dirty Harry, 1971, Harry Callahan's superior, who found himself torn between supporting Harry's rogue methods and upholding police regulations in their fight against the Scorpio killer. He also stood out as Barzini in The Godfather, 1972, and appeared in Pork Chop Hill, 1959, earning a Tony nomination for his stage work. With such a prominent career, it's no surprise his personal life was also fulfilling. He married Anne Norwood from 1958 to 1969, and later married Alyssa Poggi, with whom he had 2 children. He died of lung cancer on July 17, 1995, in Palm Springs, California, at the age of 69. Ruth Kobart as bus driver. Ruth Kobart was born on April 24, 1924, in Des Moines, Iowa. At age 47, she played the bus driver in Dirty Harry, 1971, a hostage of the Scorpio killer in the film's tense climax, delivering a deeply emotional performance in a life-or-death moment. She also made her mark as Miss Jones in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, 1967, and appeared in Sister Act, 1992, backed by a strong foundation in musical theater. Unlike many Hollywood stars, Kobart never married, had no children, lived independently, and devoted herself to her career. She passed away from complications of pancreatic cancer on December 14, 2002, in Santa Rosa, California, at the age of 78. John Vernon as the mayor. John Vernon was born on February 24, 1932, in Zener, Saskatchewan, Canada. At age 39, he played the mayor in Dirty Harry, 1971, a pragmatic politician torn between public safety and legal boundaries, often clashing with Harry Callahan in efforts to stop the Scorpio killer. His commanding voice stood out in his role as Dean Wormer in Animal House, 1978, and as a villain in The Outlaw Josie Wales, 1976, contributing to a prolific career with over 200 roles. In his personal life, Vernon was married to Nancy West from 1958 until his passing. They had 3 children and led a stable life despite his villain reputation. He died due to complications from heart surgery on February 1, 2005, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 72. John Larch as Chief of Police. John Larch was born on October 4, 1914, in Salem, Massachusetts. At age 57, he portrayed the Chief of Police in Dirty Harry, 1971, a senior officer frustrated with Harry Callahan's tactics, but still reliant on him to bring down the Scorpio killer, exuding the authority of a seasoned leader. He also stood out as a cop in Play Misty for Me, 1971, and appeared in The Amityville Horror, 1979, with a career spanning over 40 years of power figure roles. Off-screen, Larch was married to Muriel Baker and had 2 children. He passed away of natural causes on October 16, 2005, in Woodland Hills, California, at the age of 91. Joseph Sommer as Rothkco. Joseph Sommer was born on June 26, 1934, in Greifswald, Germany. At age 37, he played Rothkco in Dirty Harry, 1971. A city official involved in discussions surrounding the Scorpio killer case, representing the bureaucratic side in contrast to Harry Callahan's more direct approach. He gained recognition for his role as a lawyer in Witness, 1985, alongside Harrison Ford, and as a villain in The Mighty Ducks, 1992. Not only did he have a steady career, but his personal life was also fulfilling. Sommer married Patricia Ann Smith in 1958, had 3 children, and lived a peaceful, scandal-free life. Today, at age 91, he is retired from acting, but still makes appearances at cultural events. Albert Popwell as bank robber. Albert Popwell was born on July 15, 1926, in New York City, New York. At age 45, he played the bank robber in Dirty Harry, 1971, the character in the iconic Do You Feel Lucky scene, going face-to-face with Harry Callahan in one of the most unforgettable moments in film history. He returned in the next 3 installments of the series in different roles and also appeared in Cleopatra Jones, 1973, building a noteworthy, though supporting, career. In his personal life, Popwell was married, had 2 children, and lived away from Hollywood's spotlight. He died from surgical complications on April 9, 1999, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 72. Woodro Parfrey as Mr. Jaffy. Woodro Parfrey was born on October 5, 1922, in New York City, New York. At age 49, he portrayed Mr. Jaffy in Dirty Harry, 1971, a frightened bank manager forced to cooperate during a robbery and caught in a tense standoff with Harry Callahan. He also appeared in Planet of the Apes, 1968, and Papillon, 1973, with over 200 supporting roles throughout his career. Away from the screen, Parfrey was married to Rosa Elovich from 1950 until his death, and they had 1 son. He died of a heart attack on July 29, 1984, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 61. James Nolan as Liquor Proprietor. James Nolan was born on November 29, 1915, in San Francisco, California. At age 56, he took on the role of the liquor proprietor in Dirty Harry, 1971, a shop owner who finds himself caught in a tense moment during Harry Callahan's investigation, helping to enhance the authentic atmosphere of San Francisco. He also appeared in The Big Heat, 1953, and Airport, 1970, with a supporting career that spanned several decades. Sadly, he passed away on July 29, 1985, in Woodland Hills, California, at the age of 69. Lynn Edgington as Norma. Lynn Edgington was born on July 27, 1939, in the United States. At age 32, she portrayed Norma in Dirty Harry, 1971, a victim of the Scorpio killer who added a sense of fear and urgency to the manhunt for the killer. Though brief, her role carried weight. She didn't have many standout roles beyond that, primarily appearing in smaller films and television projects, building a modest career. Sadly, she passed away on June 3, 2005, in the United States, at the age of 66. William Patterson as Bannerman. William Patterson was born on July 7, 1919, in the United States. At age 52, he played Bannerman in Dirty Harry, 1971, a minor character who appeared briefly, contributing to the film's realistic tone despite having a limited role. He also appeared in The Twilight Zone, 1960, and Gunsmoke, 1966, with a career made up mostly of small television roles. Sadly, he passed away on September 3, 2003, in the United States, at the age of 84. Don Hagerty as minor role. Don Hagerty was born on July 3, 1914, in Poughkeepsie, New York. At age 57, he played a minor role in Dirty Harry, 1971, a brief, uncredited character who contributed to the vibrant depiction of San Francisco during Harry Callahan's hunt for the Scorpio killer, though his part was too small to leave a significant mark. Before that, Hagerty gained recognition for his role as Clanton in The Asphalt Jungle, 1950, appeared in Sands of Iwo Jima, 1949, alongside John Wayne, and played Sheriff Elder in The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, 1955 to 1959, amassing a career with over 100 roles. In his personal life, Hagerty married Margaret Durham in the 1940s, had 2 children, and led a stable life away from Hollywood drama. He faced health issues in his later years and passed away from a stroke on August 19, 1988, in Cocoa Beach, Florida, at the age of 74. Chuck Hicks as flower vendor. Chuck Hicks was born on December 26, 1927, in Stockton, California. At age 44, he played the flower vendor in Dirty Harry, 1971, a street vendor featured in an important scene that highlighted the San Francisco street atmosphere during Harry Callahan's pursuit of the Scorpio killer. He also worked as a stuntman and actor in The Magnificent Seven, 1960, and Cool Hand Luke, 1967, with a career spanning over 60 years in supporting roles and stunts. Alongside his career, Hicks was married to Joan Lanier and had 2 children. He passed away on May 4, 2021, in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the age of 93. Maurice Argent as Sid Kleinman. Maurice Argent was born on March 4, 1916, in the United States. At age 55, he played in Dirty Harry, 71, a minor character who contributed, though with little impact, reflecting a diverse cast. He also appeared in Magnum, 1970, and Invasion of Body Snatchers, 1998, building a modest career with supporting roles. Sadly, he died on December 7, in the United States, at the age of 65. Don Siegel as Pedestrian, cameo. Don Siegel was born on October 26, 1912, in Chicago, Illinois. At age 59, he made a brief appearance as a pedestrian in Dirty Harry, 1971, a small cameo where he walks past Harry Callahan's car, adding a personal touch to the film as the director's signature moment for fans. Siegel was well known for directing Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1956, and The Shootist, 1976, with a legendary career that helped shape the action and science fiction genres. Off-screen, Siegel was married to Viveka Lindfors from 1956 to 1975 and later wed Carol Rydell, with whom he had 4 children. He passed away from cancer on April 20, 1991, in Nipomo, California, at the age of 78. As we've seen, Dirty Harry remains a powerful piece of cinematic history, and the legacy of its cast lives on through their unforgettable performances. While we've lost many of the talented actors who made this film so iconic, some still carry the torch today. It's a testament to the lasting impact this film had on both Hollywood and its fans. What's your favorite moment from Dirty Harry? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more film retrospectives. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.